What's up YouTube? It's Ben, and in this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly how to handle any client objection in recruiting. First things first, you already know exactly who you are. If you are not in Recruiter Empire, our Facebook group, click that link in description and join Recruiter Empire, where we talk game on recruiting all day long. All right, so let's get into objection handling with recruiting clients and exactly how you can handle literally any objection using one specific tactic and how you can do this every single time. One of the first things that you should be doing when you do get on a call with a potential client is you need to power frame the call right away. Now you can do this in many different ways, but the easiest of ways to do it is to be the first one to speak and to lay it all out. Now I know, everyone says the first one to speak always loses. No, that's not true in this scenario. When you get on a call with a client, you run the show. You're essentially setting up a power frame. That's what this is called. So what you're gonna do is literally be the first one to speak. Say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Hiring Manager, I'm so glad that you took this meeting. Happy to speak with you. I wanted to do this. I wanted to actually chat about your hiring needs, find out about any pain points in the process, what you've been doing so far, how everything's going, ask a ton of questions, learn more about everything that's happening, and then I'm gonna lay out exactly how we work, what we do, what our terms are, and then we'll see if we're a fit to work together. Boom! Instantly, you just made the client, the prospective client, go down 2 levels, and you just power framed yourself as the one that's now needed, right? They are no longer needed. The client now needs you. Okay, so let's assume that you've gone through a full conversation, you've heard all their pain points, you know all about their hiring needs, you've asked a ton of questions, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. If you don't know how to run a client call, then definitely reference any one of my videos about client calls. But you've gone through the full thing, and now there's possible negotiation. Now, if you laid out your terms properly, meaning set in stone, basically there should be no negotiation. But if a client decides they do want to negotiate, there are some objections out there and play the game with you a little bit, well, you got to be ready to play ball. All right, guys, so this is really simple. Really simple. That's why this video is so short. So I overcome every single possible objection utilizing something that I call value-based opposition. Well, Ben, what is value-based opposition? I'm so glad that you asked. So look, if you don't realize it already, recruiting and staffing is literally such an underrated and undervalued service-based business for the client, right? Meaning we're providing an insanely valuable service that the client is getting for basically pennies on the dollar when it comes down to actual calculations. Meaning, if you do literal math on your placement, let's say that you place someone for $10,000, your client could potentially make break even $10,000 on that client in revenue, or anywhere from $100 to $500 to $1 million in revenue by utilizing your candidate. I'll give you a really simple example of this. Let's say you place a software developer and you get a $25,000 fee for whatever reason, but the software developer goes off to actually help in a project that basically creates some app that is sold off for $3 million, and the company literally just 1 point something billion x'd the value on your placements. It's the same across the board. It doesn't matter if it's a warehouse worker, a construction worker, somebody in IT, medical, whatever. The client is always going to win. Like house odds, right? The client's always going to win in value above your fee. So this is exactly why value-based opposition wins every single objection every single time. And I'll give you a few examples. Let's just say that your client says, I think your fee is a little bit too high. Say right back to them, the fee that I'm going to charge you is the exact amount of money that you're losing every single week. My candidate is not working for you. The silence should be deafening. Let's say that your client says, I really need to think about it, Ben. Remind them that every hour they think about it, they could be potentially losing thousands of dollars. It's value-based opposition. You're opposing the objection by putting the onus on the value that you're bringing to the table. It can't lose. I know I say all the time that it's never about the money, and it is never about the money, but it is always about the value. So when you do oppose an objection by utilizing value-based opposition, you can't be opposed again. You can't be objected to again. You bring too much value to the table. Practice this, understand this, analyze it, go through the actual numbers in your head, do the math. Understand that your client is literally making out like a bandit with your fee. Once you get this down pat and you truly understand everything about it, no objection is ever going to be good enough. Hey, so I hope this was a really valuable tip for you in closing deals. Join our Facebook group, Recruiter Empire, link in description, smash that like button, do all the things, subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys next time.